class. Before we proceed to our lesson, let us first talk about the 4 effective ways on watching and listening. F for focus, O for observe, U for understand, and R for recall. Now, fasten your seatbelt and we will travel to the world of mathematics. Come on and enjoy fun learning.
Today we are going to talk about solving routine and non-routine problems using data presented in a pie graph. Let us first talk about the following objectives. Content standard demonstrates understanding of pie graphs and experimental probability. Performance standard is able to create and interpret representations of data, tables, and pie graphs and apply experimental probability in mathematical problems and real-life situations. And Milk solves routine and non-routine problems using data presented in a pie graph. Now, let's have first a short drill. Let us connect the following figures to their corresponding formula. Cube, cone, rectangular prism, sphere, and cylinder. And here's the following formula. The first one is cube. What is the answer? The answer is letter C. Very good. Volume is equals to S times S times S equals S cubed. Next, cone. What's the answer? Right. The answer is letter D. Volume is equals to 1/3 pi r squared height. Next, rectangular prism. What is the answer? The answer is letter A. Correct. Volume is equals to length times width times height. The next one is sphere. What is the answer? Right. Letter E. Volume is equals to 4/3 pi r cubed. And the last one, cylinder. What is the answer? Exactly. Letter B. Volume is equals to pi r squared times height. Now, let us have a short activity about our previous lesson. Let us complete the table. Let us solve for the kilowatt hour used per household. Let us start. Letter A, 2,150 and 2,288. What is the answer? The answer is 138. Very good. Letter B, 7,285, 7,810. What is the answer? The answer is 525. Letter C, 4,605, 4,938. What is the answer? Right, 333. Letter D, 6,214, 6,576. What is the answer? Right, 362. Letter E, 6,435, 6,795. What is the answer? Very good, 360. Class, I know you are already familiar with the different protective materials that we use during this time of pandemic. Can you name one? Okay, let us start. The first one is face mask. Very good. Next. Right. Face shield. Then the other one is Right, alcohol. Next. Very good, gloves. And the last one is PPE, or this is what we call as the personal protective equipment. Right. These are the protective materials that we use during this time of pandemic. Now, do you wear your face mask or face shield regularly? Yes, very good. We need to wear your face mask or face shield regularly. Do you wash your hands using alcohol? Right. We need to wash our hands using alcohol. Why do we need to follow health protocols in our daily living now? Exactly, to avoid and minimize the risk of spreading the virus. Now, let's have a problem opener. The first one is a routine problem. The J.P. Malencio Memorial Elementary School received a donation of 30,000 pesos worth of personal protective materials from the City Health Office of Cabanatuan City. How much money was allocated to face mask? On the right side, we'll show the problem chart of the donation of personal protective materials. Based from the legend, the face mask is 30%, 25% for face shield, 15% for gloves, 20% for alcohol, and 10% for the PPE. Now, to solve this problem, we are going to use the 4 steps. The first one is understand. What is ask? The money allocated to face mask. What are given facts? ₱30,000 pesos, 30% for face mask, 25% for face shield, 20% for alcohol, 15% for gloves, and 10% for PPE. The next one is plan. What strategy should we use to solve the problem? The answer, to solve the problem, get the percentage. Right? What is the formula on how to find the percentage? The answer, we will use the percentage equals rate times base. What is the number sentence? We use this number sentence, P is equals to 30 hundredths times 30,000 pesos equals N, wherein we change 30% to decimal. Next, we need to solve. So again, percentage is equals to rate times base. 30 hundredths times 30,000 pesos. The answer is 9,000 pesos. Therefore, the allocated amount for face mask is 9,000 pesos, right? The last one is check. This is one way on how to check if your answer is correct. Go back to your computation, check if all the given values are properly substituted to the formula. Also check the flow of the computation. Let's have another problem, a non-routine one. A group of 100 students were asked to choose their favorite national heroes. The pie chart at the right represents their choices. What is the angle measure of the part for Dr. Jose Rizal as shown in the graph? 40% for Dr. Jose P. Rizal, 30% for Andres Bonifacio, 20% for Apolinario Mabini, and 10% for Melchor Aquino. Now, let us analyze the problem. Dr. Jose P. Rizal is 40%. The total angle measurement of a circle is 360 degrees. Angle measure is equals to rate times 360 degrees is equals to 4/10 times 360 degrees. The answer is 144 degrees. Therefore, the angle measure of the part for Dr. Jose P. Rizal as shown in the pie graph is 144 degrees. Let's have the following activities. Activity number 1. Use the circle graph to answer the question. Which group of echinoderms includes the fewest number of species? The title of the graph, Kinds of Echinoderms. What do you think is the answer? The answer, right, the sector for sea lilies and feather stars is the smallest, so this group includes the fewest number of species. Let's proceed to activity number 2. The pie charts below are divided into equal segments. By using the information in the pie chart and the number red represents, write down the values for blue, green, and yellow. What do you think is the answer for blue? Right, 24. How about green? Right, 24 again. And the last one? Very good, 8. The pie chart is divided into 8 equal parts, and each part corresponds a value of 8. Let us now proceed to activity number 3. Solve the problem. Aling Pilar harvested different kinds of vegetables. She harvested 300 kilograms of vegetables in a week. How many kilograms of tomatoes did the farmer harvested in 1 week? So the title of the graph is Different Kinds of Vegetables a Farmer Harvested in a Week. So based from the graph, 30% for tomatoes. What do you think is the answer? The answer is 90 kilograms of tomatoes. Very good. Next, for the last activity, activity number 4. Mang Cardo has a farm animals in Nueva Ecija. He has 1,000 variety of animals that presently living in the farm. How many cows are there in the farm? The title of the graph is Kinds of Animals in the Farm. 25% for cows. What do you think is the answer? Very good. The answer is 250 cows. Now, let's have an independent activity. Based from the graph, blue for rabbit, red for cat, yellow for dog, and green for bird. The title of the graph, Children's Favorite Animals. This pie chart represents 120 children. The question, how many children chose dog as their favorite? What is the answer? The answer is 60. Very good. The next question is, how many percent chose cat as their favorite? What is the answer? Right, 25%. And the next question, how many children chose rabbit and bird as their favorite? What is the answer? Very good, 30. Let us now summarize the lesson. How do we solve routine and non-routine problems using data presented in a pie chart? We solve routine and non-routine problems using data presented in a pie chart by: Number 1, understand the problem. Number 2, use critical or thinking skills. And the last, follow a sequence of steps. Now, let's have a final activity. Let us solve the problem. Mark surveyed 250 people at the Cabanatuan City Athletic Meet and asked them what event is their favorite. So based from the chart entitled Favorite Event, we will answer the following questions. Number 1, how many people answered each event as their favorite? Number 2, what is their least favorite event? Number 3, what is the most favorite event? And number 4, how many percent of the whole is covered by basketball, volleyball, football, track and field, and other event? You may write your answer on a piece of notebook, have a screenshot, and send your answer via messenger at VJ Manalo or email at vicente.manalo001@deped.gov.ph. For the next problem, the pie chart below shows the percentage of types of transportation using by 500 pupils to come to school. The chart entitled The Type of Transportation. The first question to answer, how many pupils come to school by tricycle? Number 2, how many pupils come to school by motorbike? And letter C, how many pupils come to school by walking? And now, for your assignment, make a routine or a non-routine problem using the following data in a pie graph. The total amount for payment of the taxes is 10,000 pesos. Make your own title and send it your answer via messenger at VJ Manalo or email at vicente.manalo001@deped.gov.ph.
I hope you learned something today. Remember, for every problem, there is a solution. Goodbye! Salamat!